The rhythm of life today is not what it was last month. The world is in suspense. I am not sure if we will get out the same way as we've gone in. The future is here and now. The world is upside down. Clothes in our daily life are as important as they are unimportant. They're as essential as they are unessential. Once bought, they're treated with respect. Once worn, they're disposed of. But clothes in our daily life are much, much more than just a way of covering ourselves. They're a way of expressing identity, personality, and status. In other words, they've become fashion. Fashion has to reflect who you are and where you're going. It doesn't have to be bright, it doesn't have to be loud, it just has to be you. My mother, Sunita, is the reason why I'm standing here today. From a young age, she taught me that second-hand is first-hand. Her trick, she gave me the clothes of my role model, who was my drum teacher at the time. Yes, at school, I was a little bit the odd one out, but my mother said, I don't want to buy every 3 months new clothes. Fast forward a few years, I made a one-of-a-kind experience. Whilst I was going into a bar, I saw a person who had the most amazing jacket. I said I really had to have the jacket, so I went up to him and asked him if he would sell me his jacket. And he said, "I'll swap you your jacket." Wow, my first swap. Going home, I started reminiscing about what had just happened. And I realized how powerful a swap can be. Not only does it remix your clothing wardrobe at home and give some freshness to it, but it does much more. With a single swap, you extend the clothing life of the item. And with that, reduce carbon, water, and waste emissions by 30% with just one small swap. An idea, or let's call it a dream, started emerging in my head. Just imagine, this wardrobe would be huge, and it would belong to all of us here. My dream was it to create the world's largest shared closet, to give all of us the possibility to get what we want, where we want, affordable and inclusive. I wanted to inspire the creation of clothing life cycles, one swap at a time. And I came to a very hard realization. The world was not ready. There was a huge stigma on second-hand clothes. And I thought, how can you make people want to swap and share second-hand clothes if they are still preferring first-hand fashion? What I did, I founded a company whose mission was to bring quality second-hand clothes to the masses. And yeah, I also brought a message to the masses, my mother's message. Second-hand is our first-hand. Now, today, second-hand is becoming much, much more part of the new normal. And people come up to me and say, "Robin, are you happy?" No, I'm not happy. The world is upside down. We don't have a planet B. And while I'm standing here today, 100 billion items are being produced every single year. 100 billion. We have new phenomenons like ultra-fast fashion on steroids. Disgusting. Can you imagine that we still have 250 million children aged between 5 and 14, working up to 16 hours to produce those 100 billion items? Fashion industry still is responsible for 10% of carbon emissions globally, the equivalent of what the maritime and aviation industry do together. And in the deserts of this beautiful planet, the dirty little secrets are hidden. 134 million tons of clothing waste exists here. What I want to tell you now is buy nothing new. But you might ask me, how can we dress with a different clothing item every single day? We want to be creative about ourselves. We want to express our personality. In the existing lies the answer. We all, the whole world, have 9 billion items at home. These are items which have never been worn or maybe worn once. So I say to us all, use what we all have and let's create a platform, a customized personal platform where we all share the clothes what we have. So you can all express your creativity, your identity, wearing a different clothing item every single day. And the theme of TEDx Padova is called Upside Down. What if we turn the fashion industry downside up? The overproduction and the throwaway culture of the past century can be the powerhouse of tomorrow. A real circular second-hand revolution. Let's let this sink. Imagine, just imagine, you're going to the airport and you're going on holiday and you don't have a suitcase and you arrive in your overseas destination with your freshly pre-selected laundered clothes. Imagine you have the largest walk-in closet with millions of items for every occasion of the year. Imagine. Imagine every day a driverless, or let's call it every week, a driverless car comes to your house and brings you the items which you want for the whole week. We could turn, with this imagination, the fast fashion factories into clothing life cycle extending facilities, places where we repair, upcycle, and clean. We could convert the stores in our cities to meeting points where we can generate new mindsets on sustainability. Ladies and gentlemen, to make this vision a reality, we need to follow a 3-step plan. Next year, we will buy more second-hand than first-hand fashion. In the year after, we buy nothing. We relent, swap, and repair. And in the years to come, we can live a life in pride and with endless possibilities of self-expression. In a time where we can fly to space, where we talk about DNA babies, and we have self-drivingless cars, I believe this vision can be a reality. Ladies and gentlemen, let's build the world's largest closet together. Thank you.